It's day one. Let's go. Well, this has been an adventure. We are on the road to Ramachap. It is 4:22 in the morning. We got up at just after midnight.
We've been on the road for 3 hours.
Yeah, we met Dawa in the lobby of the hotel and then walked over to our minibus. And then...
Which is a clown car, apparently.
We've been basically driving through these mountain passes. It's still pitch black, so you can't actually see anything.
Thank God.
Which Tim's grateful for, but I'm not, because the way to get around motion sickness is to find something to focus on the horizon, but when it's dark, you can't. So it's been very touch and go, but we just stopped at basically a rest stop so that everyone could pee, and some people are having coffee and stuff. And then I think we have about another hour and a half to go, and I heard that the road actually gets better from here, so that's good. But
got Dramamine just in case.
Yeah, pop in some more Dramamine, and then it's not fun and games when we get there, because then we have to go on the little plane
and then hike.
The hiking I'm not bothered by.
Oh, okay.
It's the small plane and the bus until we get there. So let's go. We have made it to Ramchap. It's currently 6:20. We left at about 1:20, so it was about a 5-hour drive with our stop. And the sun has now come up, and it's foggy right now. But they said that once the sun is like fully over the mountains, it should burn off, and we should be able to get out of here pretty easily. So we're gonna have to wait about an hour and a half. So we have coffee, Tim has tea, and then the hotel actually packages up from breakfast, which I think is just pastries, so we're gonna devour those. We have made it through security, and we're now sitting in what is the departure lounge, basically. Security was very basic. It was basically went through the scanner, and then you walked through like a metal scanner, and they asked you if you had any of the stuff like that you're not supposed to take on plane, and then he like did a very cursory pat down of the outside. So that was interesting. But yeah, the planes have now started taking off. I just took off as I was saying that. And we should be on one pretty soon, and then 35 minutes to Lukla. The weather has cleared up, so, and Bawa showed us there's like a camera feed from Lukla, and it's clear there, so should hopefully be smooth sailing, but we'll see. We have made it to Lukla Airport. We survived our little plane flight. Oh, I don't know if our bags made it though, because Dawa is looking around for our bags. But from here we're going to head out to meet our porter, hopefully have some lunch, and then we have a 9-kilometer hike until we get to Phat Bing tonight for where we're going to be sleeping. Having dal bhat for the first time. I got vegetable. Tim got chicken.
Jimmy knows how to eat the dal bhat. Make the combination.
What is this?
This one's potato chips.
Oh, cool.
Sliced chips, yeah.
What is it?
Potato chips.
Oh, it is.
And we're off. First steps on the Everest Base Camp Trail. This is where we are, and this is where we're going.
Okay.
And
Oh, okay.
that's where we'll be tomorrow, and that's where we're going in the end. This is the ticket counter to get into the national park. Dad was going to take care of it though. We are 1 mile into our trek to Bad King. He told us it in kilometers, so we don't actually have any idea how far it is. We're just walking down the path and some guys walked towards us and I heard their accent, and so I was like, "Hey, you guys Scottish?" And they were like, "Yeah." I was like, "Whereabouts?" And I said, "Glasgow." I was like, "Oh, I grew up in Clarkston." And then the guy who'd said Glasgow was like, "Oh, well, I grew up in East Kilbride," which is 4 train stations away from my house. Small world. We just stopped at a coffee shop, and it's actually the highest roaster, I think, in the world, she said. They get the beans fresh from a couple days down the mountains, and then they actually have a roaster machine right in the coffee shop, so that's pretty cool. So we ordered some drinks, and then we're sitting on the patio, and this is the view. And there's Tim.
That's good, and I needed that.
Finished our coffee and back on the trek. We're just passing through the little town of Kumbala, and there's a house or a monastery or something built into the side of the mountain, and it's pretty impressive. We also just got our first view of the God Valley mountain. I've already forgotten what it was called. I'll put it here. But it's 5,600 meters. Which we were like, wow, that's high. But I think we're going to like 5,200 meters for base camp, so it's not that high. Our first yak encounter.
This is hybrid, yeah.
The hybrid, yeah.
Yeah.
Cross with a cow.
Yeah.
Okay. We're at 7.5 kilometers on the final push to Phak Ding. Get some dinner and a rest and some sleep. Almost there. This is home for the night. We have made it to our first hotel on the trek. We are just outside of Phak Ding. We got 2 twin beds. I think that's pretty standard. No bathroom. You have to go down the hall. It is inside, which is apparently what attached bathroom means. We thought it meant ensuite. There's also no outlets in the rooms. You have to pay 300 rupees to charge. And I don't know if it's per device. So thankfully we brought big battery banks that we can charge our stuff with overnight, and then tomorrow when we get to the next tea house we can pay and just recharge our battery banks. And they're also solar, but I don't think it's going to work great until we're at least a little higher, and maybe on the acclimation days we can leave them sitting somewhere and charged. But yeah, today was a long day. We've been awake for over 17 hours, hiking for almost 5. We did almost 10 kilometers. Now we're resting up for a little bit. We're gonna get changed, go down and eat some dinner, and then honestly, even though it's only 5 o'clock, I think we're probably gonna be in bed by like 6:30, which is really lame, but I want to be well rested for tomorrow because we have a pretty big day to get to Namche Bazaar. So that's the end of day 1. Feeling pretty good overall. Definitely needs to drink more water. I'm gonna go down and get some in a minute. So far, no altitude sickness. Let's get Tim's thoughts on the day.
I've never walked through so much poop in my life. It was a good day. It's been a long day. I think it was harder for the fact that we've been up for 18 hours. We started off with the long car ride. That was extremely, what's the word I'm looking for? Disconcerting for me, given my fear of heights. It was through the mountain passes. There were many spots with no guardrails or broken guardrails, which is even more alarming because obviously there was one there until a car hit it. Then we got to the airport and found out that we were fogged in, had to wait for the cloud cover to burn off, and so that was another 5-hour wait. 5.5-hour wait, something like that. So by the time we got up here, and then our bags missed our flight. So we had to wait for our bags, which was okay because we went and had lunch anyway, so that was fine. But yeah, the trek up here wasn't bad at all. We've done a lot worse for sure, Jamie and I. But I think we're just a little bit tired from the long day. So hopefully we'll get some good sleep tonight, and then tomorrow will be a fresh start.